Hey, we're live. Hey, good morning. 5 a.m. Mester Scrum Show. It is 8:59 a.m. Well, it's the day after Christmas. It was a tough day waking up. Plus, it was trash day. Got to do the trash. Priorities. Anyway, this is our 492nd episode. And if you heard that little beep, that was when you ring the little bell. You get notified. You get notified when we go live and post up videos and things like that. And I am Greg, Mester Scrum Master and Agile Coach. I hope you're doing well. And this is the 5 a.m. Mester Scrum Show where we talk about Scrum and Agile, but why do I have a rocket car? Well, we'll talk about that in the second time. Look at this new thing. We do it in such a way to bring value to the customer, get you home to family and friends, not working 60, 80 hours a week, and have a little fun along the way. The fun days, the rocket car. And we'll do clips one day when we get this all set up and get the kids into it. So, what are we going to talk about today? Forgot to do a fortune cookie yesterday on Friday, so we're going to do a fortune cookie today. But I also want to talk about picking the product backlog for the customer and not listening to the customer, right? So, what I got my little book. I got to go get myself a new book because I'm running out of days. So this is what we're going to talk about. A lot of teams, technical teams, Scrum teams, dev teams, technical managers. I think it's a classic question on many of the Scrum exams. Like, who should do the backlog? Is it the technical manager? Is it the product owner? Is it the customer? Is it the stakeholder? Who does it? And then picking a product for your customer versus letting the customer choose what they wanted. So, why the rocket car? One, I think it's neat. And it's fun, right? So, I got this rocket car. It's pretty cool. Put a rocket engine in there, and you race them. You put a string, and then we're going to do a drag race. I don't know where we're going to do it. Maybe South Philly. That would be just, wow, people freak out. Maybe they do so much construction, I'll have to find out where they're going to close the road down, and I'll go down that street and figure this out. So, the rocket car. This is where me, the technical manager, picked up the present for my children for Christmas. It wasn't on their list. It wasn't in the product backlog, but it's something that I thought they needed. Actually, it was a sale. So I got the rocket car, got one for each kid. Neat little things. You put the rocket engine in the back and you just launch it down the street. Now, I made the decision to get the rocket car. One, because I thought it was neat. They may not like it now, but they'll like it in the future. And they say it rolls really good even without anything on it. But this is a case where you get the technical people start picking what they think the customer would want without asking the customer. But in my case, it is what it is, right? But in the real life, you never want to do that, right? You would never want to say, well, I think the customer would like this. Why do you think the customer would like that without asking the customer, right? You don't want to do a move where you pick the rocket car just because it's cool, but maybe. And make those decisions for your customer, because you may pick something that the customer has no idea, no interest in. Right now, my kids aren't interested in right now. They're just doing their Legos, so it's not really high on their list, and it wasn't on their Christmas list, right? So it was something I got. It's something we'll have fun with and do in the future. But you have to be careful. Your team's picking the work they want to do. Like I always see a lot of teams over my career. They think they need to work on something, but it doesn't bring value to the customer, right? It's not what the customer values, so you're not going to make revenue on it right away. And you got to think about that as you go, okay? So that's why I want to give an example. Yes, it's neat, but it's not what the customer wanted. And you may not sell it or make revenue on it for a while. Like you may say, I think the customer would like to do a new way of opening a file or a new way of positioning of something. And if you never ask the customer what they wanted and why they wanted it, it may fall on their face. So my advice is to check with the customer, really put onus not on the technical side, but on the customer story side. What brings value to the customer, what they're telling you. And be careful those product owners that they come up with this stuff and they pull it out of their you know what, and they make items on the list. I'm like, well, I would ask them, so did you do a customer focus group when you wrote this story down? Where is this information coming from? Is this something you just feel that it's something the customer want? Sometimes you as a team have to challenge that, right? Sometimes they say, "Ooh, I think this is a neat thing, and I think we ought to do this." And it's like, well, where are you getting your data on that supports that this is what the customer wants? Not enough teams challenge the product owners on those questions, and they end up producing something that nobody wants. And the first group's going to get blamed for it is the team. It's sheer fact. So that's what I'm going to talk about. Yes, they're cool, but don't be picking stuff that the customer didn't ask for. Me, I'm going to play with it. I'm just using the kids as an excuse. I'm terrible. I'm a terrible dad. Terrible dad. Terrible dad. Okay. Fortune cookie. So we're doing Fortune Cookie Saturday because we didn't do Fortune Cookie Friday, and I just broke the box from the Agile accountants. So the Agile accountants take a fortune cookie. They wrap it in the plastic, and then they put the message inside a cookie. So it's double protected, coded message from the Agile accountants out there. And we have to pick the story based on what it says and see if it applies to the show. How does it apply to Agile, Life, General, Scrum, whatever. I have no idea what's on here. We're just going with the flow. Makes it fun. Oh, here we go. I like this one. The ones coming out of the cheap ones from the restaurant are so much better than the ones I bought in the box. Okay. A leader is a person you will follow to a place you wouldn't go by yourself. That is interesting. I like that. I don't know if you could read that. A leader is a person you will follow to a place you wouldn't go by yourself. Interesting. A leader is a person you will follow to a place you wouldn't go by yourself. I mean, you could talk to Scrum Master, a technical lead, bringing in new tech. We talked the other day about bringing new tech like the watch. Still trying to figure it out. I don't think it's giving me the right temperature outside because it's freaking freezing outside. And the thing is telling me it's 55 degrees Fahrenheit. Any 55 degrees Fahrenheit out there. Lucky if it's 30. Will follow you to a place you wouldn't go by yourself. Maybe in pair programming, try to do something. Here's my thing. Someone on the team has to take the leap to push the team along. If nobody on the team pushes the team along, and I'm saying the teammates, I'm not talking Scrum Master, I'm not talking manager, I'm talking someone on the team. You get frustrated, you got to do stuff. I had some leaders on the team will say, you know what, I'm tired of this problem with this database stuff. And they went out and researched some different tools and brought a tool on board, and then the team went. So the team didn't necessarily do the automated tests. Teams that do automation, I would really like to find out how my software's working. Some people just want to code it and hide it and push it on the rug, get it over to QA and get them to do it. Others on the team no, I want to know what my quality of my stuff is. Hey, automated test. Hey, automation and testing. Give me those test codes because I want to run them at my level. I want to see how my software is doing from what I have on my integration, see if anything pops up that's unexpected, right? So those are the leaders on the team that need to go out and do that so the rest of the team goes there. And it's not necessarily the Scrum Master, and it's not necessarily like a manager or a technical lead or somebody high up in the organization does it. Sometimes it's just your coworkers, right? Because you want your coworkers to learn from that and go with you and support you. Sometimes it's the team. It ain't all the other stuff. That's sure fact. Anyway. All right, you all. You have a great Saturday. Thumbs up if you like the show. We are going to do Rocket Car one day. And ring the little bell if you like what we talk about. Remember, listen to the customer. Don't necessarily think you want something because you think it's cool and the customer want it. Make sure and verify that the customer really needs it. Challenge your product owner. Challenge the business organization. Challenge the tech lead. Say, in Challenger, is this something the customer really needs or asked for, right? Or is it just something you made up and we're just going to waste money on it when we should be doing something? Because you know what? if you don't sell it, nobody gets a bonus check. Okay? If you want a bonus check. If you don't want a bonus check, I guess you're good. So, thumbs up. Have a great Saturday. Enjoy. Hope you get to play with the toys. Kids are over still having fun, which is cool. And go have some fun with family and friends. Take care. Bye. See ya. Go read a book.